Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 17 finale. This is round 22 of this long season. And we are now heading to Abu Dhabi for what is looking to be an absolute cracker of a finale here. We'll have departures. I'm sure we'll have action up and down the field. And if it's anything to go off from yesterday, we should be in with a very surprising result. But anything can happen. And yeah, we're here for one last time to take you through the action. Me and Sink Buckley, who is joining me for his final race in commentary, possibly in STB forever. So it's great to have you here, Buckley. How are you feeling ahead of this one?
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, the drivers, they must be excited as well for a break after this long season, as you said. And based on last race, I think this race is going to go really well. Last night was really crazy. There was a lot of safety cars that went for race upside down, which is expected tonight. So we'll see. And yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, it's fantastic to have you for, as I said, one last time. Really looking forward to this one. Not a lot of drivers saying goodbye tonight. Most of them you will see next season. Kevin, obviously your champion. Iko and Matty, they've both got automatic promotion into Tier 1. And the third place man, whoever finishes tonight third in the championship, will also join them in Tier 1. That is a battle between Janino and Dambos. Dambos has got the upper hand on that one, but that is the main battle we're going to be watching out for tonight. 18 points separates those two. So, a nice cushion for Dambos, but the crazy race we saw yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar, and possibly a shake-up in the results.
Yeah, exactly. And that can easily be done with a few safety cars in the race. A few strategies getting thrown out the window, and yeah, we'll be looking to see who can send a message tonight. The top tier answers and stuff like that. Did you want to say something there? Go on. I just see that as well. Alpha Janino was on it. I don't think that's the right strategy, mate.
Alpha Kevin and Alpha Janino are both on a set of intermediate tyres.
Oh, the Ferrari knows something we don't.
It reminds me of Japan in 2019 when they sent them out on inters when it was bone dry. Yeah, very strange. I mean, as long as I don't get in anyone's way, I suppose there's no harm done. But yeah, we got I believe 2 new drivers tonight. 3, sorry. I believe 3 new drivers. First one of them is FXBR Yuda. God, I'm going to butcher his name so many times. Anyway, FXBR Yuda JR. He's a new driver joining us tonight. Will be joining us next season hopefully as well. OR Morgs as well, new driver. And the man who has just put provisional pole, Joran Felipe, is the third driver making his debut tonight, and he is setting the pace early on. But we'll have to see how all of these guys can do tonight, as Matt has made a mistake on his lap somewhere. He's obviously backed off and it's going to go again. He was looking very confident, very strong around here. So we'll see what he can manage.
Yep.
I think he's probably favourite for pole position.
Yeah, we saw yesterday he was very strong qualifying. Not sure what happened in the race. I think he was, retired in the race, but he's strong qualifying as Alpha Kevin. He puts in a brilliant lap on the inters. Oh, Alpha Nino, he's gone even quicker. Goes P3 on the set of inters. There we go.
It's not as slow as I thought it'd be on the set of inters, in fairness, on the dry track.
It's only 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Oh, and Davi's out of the session.
Davi's out, yeah.
And that's on track. He's retired on track at turn 1. He is a driver who's heading into his final race tonight. He will not be joining us next season. So not a good start to his final race in STB. But we're still watching Matt as he's now coming through the slow, windy section underneath the big Grand Hotel. And he's right up against the barrier on the right-hand side. The Armco smashes the brake marker wall for good measure. Brown Nelson beats ERN Felipe's time, but I think Matt's going to go a hell of a lot quicker here as he goes 33.1. Not a bad first banker lap for Matt, but I think he'll only have time for one more run, possibly. He might get 2 in. It's going to be on the limit.
Nice.
He might go for 2 runs on the same tyres. I think he was going for that strategy in practice. So, is there anybody else on a lap at the moment? TMI Kata's just starting his lap.
So Dangerman as well. He's in the straight there.
Dangerman and Kata, I think, are the only ones currently on laps. The rest are on in laps.
Lap. So it's Tommy Real.
Yeah, a couple of drivers on that lap. Maudi's also on that lap. Oh, Kata's had a big moment out of the chicane. That's going to cost him a heap of time. I'm not sure how he managed to keep the car in a straight line there. But he has managed to keep going. 57.0 for the first 2 sectors. He seemed to navigate the chicane very, very well. So he may still try and finish this lap. As he needs to try and get Banker up in for that final run. Something to aim for. Oh, and he's gone wide. The hotel, and that's not invalidated. Well, that's interesting.
Yep.
Hadn't seen that line before, but he's come through the final corner now. And he has invalidated on the exit. He was all 4 wheels over the curb.
So he goes a tiny bit wide and goes about. He goes about 10 meters wide.
Just misses the corner. Yeah, that's valid. That's absolutely fantastic. But yep, that's the state that we are playing in right now. And they all seem to be taking the escape road. And that is TSR Dangerman, TMI Kata, and Iko Almaty all have done that now. And they have been warned by the stewards that they will get penalised for doing that in qualifying. So
yeah, I'm sure that'll be taken to the student after the race. I mean, is in the rule book if you can't cutting the track, as I see Dangerman literally just doing that now. Just can't be doing it. Soon that'll be taken to the stewards. Yeah.
Well, Maudi's come to the final sector now. He's on a lap at the moment. Not sure how he's doing. We only picked him up in the final sector, but he has run out of ERS around the final corner, which isn't going to help his shoot, and he's invalidated.
He's done the same.
That was a very strange invalidation.
Yeah, he's done.
He seemed to have the corner hooked up and then just let off the steering, and it drifted him wide.
Yeah.
So maybe a lapse in concentration there for Maudi. We got pretty much everybody on an outlap at the moment. Tavares has started his lap.
Matty doing the same thing. Good.
Yeah, that's twice for Matty now. So he's already been summoned to the stewards room for the race yesterday.
There are some options.
There are mediums this time.
Definitely got the strike right.
Let's see, yeah.
Let's see what they can do instead of mediums.
I'm not sure why they're going on mediums, in all honesty.
Just save softs.
Oh, they haven't used a set of soft shit.
Yeah.
They used the inters on the first run.
Could be going for just medium strategy.
User's gone P2.
Yeah.
Just behind Matt with a decent lap.
Or basically just be qualifying mediums. Would be something
Possibly, yeah. But I don't think the medium strategy is overly strong. Because Tavares sets a 33.5. I don't think it really shows that much benefit in comparison to Sauce, because it is a two-stop regardless. Iran Felipe is coming through the final sector now. He's in and around the mid-pack at the moment. And I'm pretty sure he's got a strong enough pace to contend for race victories in this Tier 2 grid. And around the final corner he comes now. Drifts wide, no, he span it, he's hit the wall. And he took too much curve on the exit, and he's completely lost his front wing, and he's got to go all the way around the track now.
It's going to be a long lap. What a long plane.
Yep, and we've got a bit of slipstream going on between the racing points. Good teamwork between those. Bramlington comes to the end of the straight now, with benefit of a nice tow from his teammate.
Kevin, he got P6, 3.8 instead of mediums. That's a good lap.
Yeah, that is a pretty decent lap. So, showing his pace. And I think yesterday qualified quite well. Bramlington now. Just got one more sector to navigate. He's probably gained a couple of attempts through the slipstream. Whether he can keep the rest of the lap clean and tidy. So pretty good through the final sector. He's already on a 33.6, so expect him to jump quite a lot compared to that time. This one's on the final corner now, up to the line, and he sets a 33.1, only just behind Matty. Matt is still on provisional pole.
That lap looked quite witty from Bram there in the final sector. Let's see if he can get another run in. Be tight to get another run in for Bram.
Yeah. Well, I think he's trying to give his teammate a slipstream here. His cat is on the lap. So as I said, yeah, good teamwork between the two racing points. You can see a couple of people doing it yesterday. Oh, and he's messed that up a bit. Didn't quite get the exit he needed. The cat had to swerve to avoid at the end.
Yeah, I'd say if anything, Cat had lost a tiny bit of time, as he's doing the same thing.
There.
Yeah, his team has just done the same thing by cutting chicane.
Yep.
Now giving him another slipstream.
Didn't quite get as much of an advantage as Bram did, I think. He's gone a little bit deep at the chicane. Took a lot of curve on the right hand side, but got away with it. Oh, and he's locked up and gone wide. And that's not going to do him any favours.
Got the Red Bull in front of him as well, that's good, Mr. Rackham. Don't
yeah, and he's on the same line, and it's completely valid.
Apparently that works.
And Ofale's out of the session, and he's binned it, I think, this final corner. He's in the pit wall. On the pit entry. Marcata sits provisional pole in this very strange way. I've never seen this before, Buckley.
It should have taken those lines yesterday.
Oh, maybe that's why we didn't.
That's why. Wow. Yeah, we got a battle on our hands.
Yeah. Very, very close at the top.
Oh, Matty's on the spun by cutting the corner. There's karma, that's almost karma. He almost spun it, but he didn't, so. Well, he's done his lap.
I think Maldy is on another lap now. He's in Ballardhead, so.
Flag.
Good for him. There's a couple of yellow flags, people moving out of the way, I think. Crooken coming through the second tech split. Now he's 1.1 up on his lap, but obviously his lap not representative, and he's invalidated through the chicane.
He's invalidated as well.
I think Tommy Real is going very slowly.
Ali did 133.6 is invalid, so it's Alright, lap, I would have put him P7 if he validated it. And Catley, he's hit the wall, he's out, he's done the same thing!
Oh no!
He's done the same thing!
Oh, and Cat
Oh,
is out of the
my
session.
God.
You see him in pit wall there. We think he just about missed it.
It's
It's two drivers to fall foul of that now.
He's absolutely.
It's nearly taken more drivers out than Matt this season. Not quite, but nearly.
Mercury, you saw me in practice, and I could not get that braking right for that pit lane. I kept going straight on every time. It is actually so not expected to come from the pit lane that one come so quickly. It's definitely one of the awkward pit lanes of the season.
Right, this is important for Janino's session as he goes P5. So only a 33.4.
That's invalid.
What can Downboss do? What can Downboss do on his final run in a race that these two are battling each other for that promotion?
Not sure if
Maddie's out.
Yeah, he's retired there on the track. I don't think Matt can get back in time. A lap. It's gonna be a tight. He valid his first run. This is Brandon Nelson. He's on his own lap. He's not gonna get on a lap, not unless we have another timing glitch. Most likely. That's what is happening. Starts a lap as well. Half Kevin as well.
Oh, Joran Felipe is he's 2 tenths up on his lap, so he's going to need a very good final sector to be challenging for provisional pole, which is currently held by Tim Arcata, who is out of the session. I think, yeah, Joran Felipe will be the first to cross the line with his lap, followed by Kevin. Through the final corner he comes now. Where can he put himself? Can he put himself on the front 2 rows on his debut? He can. Puts himself at P4. And did have a very good final sector in the end.
Here we go then, Matty. He's a few thousandths up on his time.
Yeah, I'm just watching Kevin as he's coming through the final sector now. He's just ahead of Matt on the track. Janino is out of the session. So yeah, didn't have enough time to set another lap. It's going to be a P6 at best. But what can his teammate do? Reigning Tier 2 champion. Around the penultimate corner. One more corner to navigate now. As he drifts the car wide over the curves. Can he get himself anywhere near the provisional pole? Yes, he can. First driver into the 32s. But what has Matt got in response? He's invalidated.
No.
Oh no.
Ah.
Didn't get a lap in the end. Is there anybody else who can challenge Kevin for this pole now?
And Nilsson, he's
10th
up right now.
Well, let's watch Downboss because it's an important race for him, and he's invalidated.
Oh, Downboss.
And that was a silly invalidation as well. He had the car hooked up through that corner and just similar to Maudi, just sort of let go of the steering and went slightly off track. As debutant Morgsy is coming through the final corner, and he looks to be on a bit of a slower lap. It's 34.3.
Brand Nilsson
only P12 at best.
He's coming around the final corner. He's
up to the line now. Where is he going to put himself? P2. I think it was P2.
Yeah.
I think it was P2, just ahead of his teammate. And not far off provisional pole either as well. So yeah, it was Alpha Kevin on pole position. Followed by the 2 Racing Points, who are chasing, well, trying to hold on to that P3 in the Constructors' Championship. So, important for those guys. Iko and Matty down in P4. Iran Felipe P5. FX Bar Yuda Jr. in P6. Decent debuts for both of them. Tavares is in P7. Janino in P8. Tommy Real P9. Damos will start directly behind Janino in P10. Ofale just up P11, Mogsy P12, Dangerman P13, Crookham P14, FXBL Dhabi P15, and Maudi all the way at the back in P16. Didn't set a lap in the end. So Buckley, as the drivers now are all sorting out their strategies, tyre choices. I think we're going to be expecting all the drivers outside the top 10 to be starting on mediums.
Yeah.
Although we saw yesterday that actually that didn't help me and you in particular.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, maybe drivers have looked at that and thought they want to get those softs out the way early on. It definitely is a track that it would probably benefit that. But it just depends on when safety cars, if safety cars are coming out, when they do appear. Usually the safety car chance around here is quite low, but we saw 3 of them yesterday in one race, and a VSC. In what was a pretty action-packed race.
Yeah, exactly. I think we were the guinea pigs yesterday, and hopefully if some of the Tier 2 drivers were smart enough, they would have looked at the stream, or some Tier 2 drivers were actually in the race, and they would have saw that, maybe get the softs out of the way quickly, maybe have the safety car between that period, and get on those mediums. And that's what, as you said, me and you fell for. We kind of lost out there, so yeah, we'll see.
Well, it's Maudi and Ofale who have gone for that soft strategy. I think, yeah. It'll be interesting to see whether it works or not. Danbos is on a set of mediums, Buckley. So he obviously set his best luck on a set of mediums. I didn't quite catch that. I thought he was on a soft, but yeah, he invalidated his final run, and he is starting on a set of mediums. So that could work out for him. He'd need a bit of luck for sure, but if he can hold on to the front guys, he's definitely got a chance.
Exactly, if he can maybe gain a few positions in the first lap, he can keep up with the medium train. Definitely think he can cause some trouble with the top 5, top 6, top 7, and whatnot. So we'll see. As an interesting battle here between the 2 Force Indias, the Ferrari and the Mercedes. Felipe as well.
Yeah, I think
He looks pretty
a
quick.
lot of drivers definitely want to go out on a high. A lot of drivers will be trying to prove their worth for next season.
Exactly.
So it's still all to play for, and as I said, there's obviously that P3, pretty big battle between Juninho and Dambos. So Juninho's got a lot of work to do in this one if he does want to get P3 in a championship. But
so, your predictions before we go lights out? Who's going to win?
I'm going to go for Dambos.
Out P10.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
I think on a set of mediums that strategy could work for him. So I'm going to be bold and go for him.
I'm going to go quickly for Matty, because I think I saw his pace from yesterday.
Yep. I think that's a good shout as well. Maudi lines up on the final grid spot. And we got lights ahead of the drivers for one last time this season. But we have got a glitch start for the 22nd time this season. So we will wait for the lights to come on ahead of the drivers, not for us. We will see as their engines start to rev up. Seem to be held a long time on the grid, but here they go then.
There we go.
And it's a drive-through penalty for TSR Danger Run before the lights have even gone out, and it is now lights out, and away we go. It's a brilliant start from Kevin. The 2 racing points seem to have got off to a slow start. Matty's getting pressured as well by Iran Felipe into turn 1. They all file in one by one now as they come through turn 2. Not a corner you can go side by side through, but it looks like Iko Matty's got a brilliant run and is now right in the back of Tia Marcati. Is he going to go for a move here into turn 6? A little bit too far back on this occasion. It looks like everybody has got through turns 1 to 5 clean though. And down the inside, down the inside goes Iran Felipe. There's contact at the back. That is Ofale, I think, that's been caught out in that one. But Matty now under pressure from Iran Felipe, who's in his slipstream. But Matty using a bit of ZRS, making sure he stays ahead of the Alfa Romeo driver. And just behind them, Dambos is looking to make some move on Tommy Real, trying to make some ground up for poor qualifying. As now they're side by side, bit of contact between the two of them, who's being forced off the track And he's now under pressure as STB Maudi's had an absolute flyer of a start. Round the outside of the pair of them. And he's going to get himself up into P9 here. Can he hold it? It's going to be 3 wide, and there's chicane to real defence. Contact! And Maudi has been spun. He's managed to keep it round. Oh, there's contact again, and he's lost his front wing. Oh, he had a brilliant start.
He's going to be fuming. He's an
front wing on. He's going to have to box. He's going to have to box.
Like
last start from the Renault driver. Dhabi's been in the wars back there as well. He's half spun in the final sector, under the hotel. But out in front, Kevin has already built up a 1.4 second gap. Absolutely dominant in that first lap, and is now created some vital breathing space. Bram Nilsson as well is pulling away from his teammate Kata. Maudi didn't pit, luckily. And FXBL Dhabi's out of the session on his final Grand Prix. Ofale's also out of the session. And Danger Man is in for his drive through.
Steve Maudi, not surprised it pissed.
Yeah, it's a big chunk of that wing that flew off. Definitely saw it. As Matt is now looking to make some ground. He needs to get past the 2 racing points if he wants to challenge for this win. He doesn't want to let Kevin drive off into the distance. But he's also got Felipe, who's looking very quick behind him. But here comes Matt in the slipstream. Kata. Yeah, Kata didn't go defensive. I think he knew that Matt had the pace. Yeah, and up the inside he goes. And out breaks the racing point driver, gets the move done for the chicane. And now ERM Felipe looking really quick. And looking to get past Kata, who's really struggling. He's off the track here. Felipe putting his overtake on. He's going to go for a move here. Oh, contact between the two of them. Was there damage there for the Alfa Romeo?
You see, but the external camera isn't working for me. It's on.
Yeah, it's only giving me the onboard as well.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
I think he got away with that. But he did make contact with the racing point. He needs to get past him as well, as Kata's already picked up 3-second time penalty. I'm not sure if he's got damage, because Kata's really struggling.
So, let me have a look. Camera again, it's really awkward. I don't think he does. He looks alright now.
He's just really struggling early on. And oh, he's almost 2 of them going very wide. And I'm not sure how Felipe ended up out there. But he's kept the car in a straight line. I thought he was going to spin it like you have for the last 3 seasons.
I knew that was coming up, but yeah, I thought they were going to do me. I've lifted them for I don't know how many seasons now.
It should be an easy overtake if Felipe, though. Kata's lost DRS. He does go defensive on the Alfa Romeo, but no match DRS and slipstream. But he will have the DRS for the next straight. Yep, and Felipe managing to hold on to the back of Matt. Is Kata going to come back here on ERM Felipe? He is using a bit of his overtake, but Felipe's managed to get the DRS on Matt, so that is really important for him as he stays ahead of the racing point down that straight. And he does go a bit deep as well into the chicane.
3 now, 1.4, 1.6. Gap there. He's up quick. He's already closed the gap down to Matt.
Yeah.
Quick in his debut. Are we looking for
possibly on? Because could he possibly be on to challenge for a victory here? You know that Matt's definitely got the pace to challenge Kevin. It's whether he can just keep up with him or catch up to him, I should say. Bram Nilsson looking very quick as well early on.
There we go.
Sets the fastest lap of the race so far.
Fastest
man had a helping hand from DRS. And Maudi is finally into the pits now. I assume he wanted to stay out because if he pits early then he won't be able to go for a 2-stop. He'll have to do a 3 or go to the hards, which is not ideal. But Iran Felipe, surprisingly looking quicker than Matt at the moment.
He's going to go for it here.
Slipstream, DRS.
Definitely going to go for it. Here we go.
DRS, he's using a lot of it to get past him, but he is up the inside. He's now going to have to defend from the Mercedes driver down the second straight, who will get DRS. FXBR Yud is now looking to get past Timar Kata. So will Matt be able to get a move now back on The Alfa Romeo driver, he's not using any of his ERS, so I don't think he will. As Yuri gets his way past TMR Kata down the straight. Very easy for the AlphaTauri driver. And he is now up into P5 on his debut as well.
Yeah, I think Matt realized Felipe is quicker and see if he can just stay with Felipe and see if he can pull him along. So he tries to cut to top two, I should say.
Yeah, and Kata's now forming a train behind him, which does include the two battling for P3. Juninho and Damos right next to each other on the track.
Into the pit lane, as you said.
Yep. Kata span. He span through the final corner. He wasn't in the pit lane.
I thought he was in the pit lane. He dropped it.
Yeah, he dropped it through that final corner. Just tried to close.
I thought he was entering the pit lane, but he span it.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he was struggling early on, which is strange. We've seen that he's had some really strong pace recently. He got P4 in Brazil. But Dambos is now looking like he's going to challenge the two ahead of him. Tavares is struggling. So is Juninho going to go for a move here on the Haas driver as well? It looks like he is.
I think he is, yeah.
Is open. He's burning some of his ERS. And down the inside he goes on the Haas driver. And Tavares outbreaks the Ferrari driver and is going to go around the outside of the chicane here. Juninho has to give him space. As they now run side by side, this is going to give a brilliant chance for Dambos to possibly get a very good slipstream and take the pair of them here. But Tavares is going to try and fight back on Juninho. Is he going to go for a move at the inside at the end of the chicane? It's better of it. And Dambos is going to try and go around the outside of the chicane. Can he do it? Not quite. Didn't quite have the grip to go around the outside of the Haas driver. It would have been a bold move. And he's gone wide, Tavares. And this is not going to be helping Dambos at all. He needs to be able to keep with Juninho here.
He moves on to lap number 6.
Ooh, really close to Tavares there. So the gap out front staying quite stable. Yep, Yuda's in the pit lane, and also Tavares has decided to box early as well. That is very early actually for the drivers. It's lap 5.
Yeah. I assume they're going to send mediums. Yeah,
we'll see if that undercut does any favours for them.
Thought there was damage on one of the cars there.
So things are settling down a little bit now. The only two in this front train that are close together is Matty and Felipe. Felipe's used a lot of his ERS here.
Yeah, he's used all of it.
Which I think Matt has realised that, as Matt's got over 50% left. But Cookham I think's made a move on Tommy Raven down the straight. He's on a set of mediums, so he's looking pretty decent as well. But these guys are all close together now. Although Felipe has used all of his ERS, he is now within DRS of Bram Nilsson, who's closing on Alpha Kevin as well, Buckley.
Yeah, just about to say a few seconds ago, I wonder if Ash, Felipe, or even Bram Nilsson is going to pit just a lap earlier in the pit stop just to try and use that undercut. I think it is powerful on this track. But we'll see if we see any of those strategies come into play. If anyone makes this lap, yeah,
I think Bram Nilsson's in. Yeah, Bram Nilsson comes to the undercut, and Matt has followed him in. Oh, Matt needs span in the pit lane. I think I did. I've also nearly done that yesterday as well. But he's in for a set of mediums. The Ferrari in as well. That is Juninho, and Matt's going to get held up there. That's not going to help him at all. And Bram Nilsson gets out trouble free. As past them goes Mogsy on his debut.
Bram Nilsson then. Bram Nilsson, he's the one to absolutely blitz at this lap to see if he can get past Alpha Kevin. He did a good job closing him down.
Oh, and he's side by side with Yuda here. Oh, and he's just got out in front. And that shows you the power of the undercut. Yuda was quite a long way back on Bram Nilsson. And he's right on his arse now. And this is going to be an opportunity for him to make his way past Bram Nilsson. I think it's going to be a pretty easy move for the AlphaTauri driver. But Bram Nilsson's burning his ERS. But he's going to need to make sure he's got enough down the second straight to defend from Yuda. As Yuda has a look down the inside. He's putting big pressure, and you see how much time Matt lost getting held up by Janino.
He lost a lot of time.
Yep, and here comes Yuda. He's a little bit too far back though. Bram Nelson's got good straight line speed. Into the chicane, manages to stay ahead, and Kevin's pace seems to have dropped off on these softs quite a bit.
Yeah,
even Felipe's now catching him.
Yeah, here we go. Kevin's into the pit lane now. He's going to cover off Bram Nilsson, but I think
Felipe as
by
well.
looking at that undercut Yuda, but I think Bram Nilsson's going
I
to take the
think
lead.
I think both of these guys are going to jump him.
Yeah,
Yuda goes a little bit wide. It's not going to help his pursuit, but we'll watch these guys, and I think they're going to be neck and neck coming out the pit lane, Buckley. This is going to be really close. They've already serviced Kevin. He's now coming out into the pit lane now. He's taken off his pit limiters. Yuda's set the fastest lap. Shows you the pace that these guys have. And it's going to be so close on the exit, Buckley. Who is going to take it? Kevin coming out. He looks to be just in front. He split the two of them. And Bram Nilsson takes the lead with the undercut. And a good strategy call from the Racing Point. But now he's got these guys behind. He's not quite got DRS on the Renault ahead. So he's now going to be under pressure from Kevin after taking the lead straight from him. Is he going to lose it within a lap? Looks to be alright for now. Kevin's got nearly 100% and he's not using any of it. So he looks very comfortable at the moment. But this is what we want to see. We want to see Bram Nilsson up there. And we want to see him challenging Kevin. But here comes Kevin. He's waiting for this second straight. And he's right in the slipstream. Bram Nilsson goes defensive, takes the inside line. They're going to be hit side by side through the chicane. Is Kevin going to outbrake him on the outside? He's going to try all the way around the outside. What a move from the champion. But there is contact between the two. They're still going. And Kevin gets the move done. And as I said, it was a fantastic move from your champion. All the way around the outside. Nerves of steel. Bram Nilsson could do nothing. He tried to fight it as long as he could, but just slightly better on the brakes, and he's getting put off here by the Renault in front of him, and these guys are looking like they're going to battle quite a long time in this race. Which is what we want to see, and this has put Matt in this battle as well, Buckley, in the background. The Renault lets Kevin through on the inside, which is not good news. It's not good news for Bram Nilsson. We need to be able to keep really close to Kevin here, so he's going to want the Renault to get out of the way as soon as possible, and he spun it!
Oh, he spun it!
And he's done it before you did, and it's a virtual safety car.
Never seen anyone spun it there. Exactly, I've never seen anyone.
I've seen quite a few go off on the next corner with the off camber, but yeah, that was
never seen it.
That was a funny move, but I think Bram Nilsson will be happy with that, as the Renault on those old tyres didn't seem too quick, and it's already green flag.
Here we go.
And I think Kevin's been caught napping here. He had to slow down, and Yuda's going for the move around the outside. Bram Nilsson defends. Oh, and he's been hit by Matt!
By Matt!
Oh my! Matt's lost his front wing.
Oh no!
Oh,
and he lost his front wing as well.
He's lost his left end plate. And Yuda as well has been affected by that massively. He's not going to be happy.
That's two races where he's made contact. And great for his reputation. No?
Not to throw shade, but he has got the highest amount of penalty points this season. We know he's got talent, we know he's got speed, but I think when under pressure he has shown a tendency sometimes to crack under that pressure. He is going to come into the pit lane now. Damos as well takes the opportunity to pit for a set of softs. And Matt gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's just going from bad to worse. Mercedes driver. On a weekend where he was really looking to pick up some good points in Tier 1 and 2. He DNF'd yesterday, and he's down in P12. Kevin has managed to use that VSC restart to break away from these guys. We see Yuda was looking very, very quick, so
Yeah, he was. He was looking
Interesting,
on the
but
pace there.
Felipe's down in P9. He's 1.1 behind Kevin.
Felipe.
And when they came to the pit lane together.
He's still out.
No, he boxed with Kevin. Same lap.
He did.
I don't know why he's lost so much time there. Obviously missed something.
Not too sure. Just spotted some missed it.
Yeah,
he
he might have.
might have spotted.
Yeah, might have had a spin at possibly turn 3.
Yeah, when we were
At least a
watching
half
Matt.
spin.
Yeah. Look at Kevin. He's getting held up there as well.
Yeah. Tommy Bill, I don't know why he stayed up so long on those softs. He's probably on about 60-70%. Is he going for the one stop?
Because yeah, I was just about to say it. He might be going for the one
Let's
stop.
see what tyres they put him on. But I still don't think the softs are
hard.
hard. Yeah, there
He is.
I don't think that's a strategy call, but we'll see how it goes. We know that the HODs are very slow. And this is the battle we wanted to see, Buckley. Damos versus Janino. And Janino concedes the position as Damos is on a set of softs. He's on a charge at the moment, Buckley. Is he still on for this victory?
He's on a set of softs now. Still on a set of mediums.
He'll
Yes.
go to the mediums at the end.
Genuinely
But if he can make up the time now, and if he can
get these,
he's
yeah,
only
exactly.
doing what, 5 seconds off the lead? He's now catching up to the back of Yuda. He should be able to get past pretty easily.
I think this strategy is going to work because he's going to gain a lot of position from this strategy, and then if he can make that work and then hit the mediums, be on the same turn as the rest field.
Yeah, it's interesting though. He went on the set of softs on the middle stint, which in hindsight for us yesterday was definitely the better thing to do. So maybe he did pay attention to that and just wanted to get them out of the way. They're obviously very, very quick, but they only last for about 7 laps until they start to drop off. So he needs to make the most of them now. He's gained quite a lot. He's already on the back of Yuda. Yeah, I said he was the man to win. He's there you go, with the fastest lap. Yeah, I think his pace all season has been very, very good, but he still hasn't stood on the top step of the podium. So it would be fantastic to see him win his first race in STB. But he's got some work to do. First up will be FXBO Yuda, who should be able to get past pretty easily. He's probably pushing him through the chicane. That is just rushing his diffuser, but he's used a lot of VRS here, which is not going to help him once he gets past Yuda, because he's going to have to then break away. But he is going to go up the inside of Yuda here. Straight.
Distraction zone.
Who's in front of the AlphaTauri? That was right on the limit. But he gets the move done. Will Yuda come back at him here? He is using his overtake mode.
He will,
to battle him. Damos is going to have to defend here. He's running out of VRS. But so is Yuda. Yuda up the inside. Damos hasn't defended it. And Damos go all the way around the outside of the chicane. There's made contact, but he's made it all the way around the outside. They're still side by side. Oh no!
He's spotted. And here comes
Janino around the outside, and he's made it again.
There's more contact. No.
I don't know. I think. Yeah, I think Yuda was. I don't know. Was he entitled for a bit more space? Went on the outside of the chicane. Not really one you can go side by side through, but
yeah, not
was there.
really.
I think we saw a similar incident with Jamham and Jewel yesterday. But I think that has ruined Damos' chances possibly of winning this race. I mean, he's still in it. Yeah, he's still in it, but it's going to take a lot as Janino lets him through again. And we'll get the DRS, so is that a tactical choice for our driver? He's going to come back at him here.
Might be, you know. Got a lot of VRS.
Yeah, and he's using it. He's using a bit of it. I think he just wants to stay close to Damos, let him drag him along a bit. But Felipe has managed to catch up to these guys now. And you can see
catch
as well Tavares and Crooken in the background.
Still be Maldives in the points. Contact at the start.
He's going to struggle to catch the rest of the pack though. He's a long way off, and he's got to extend those medium stints a little bit longer. Pitting really early. So can Dambos break away from these guys now? We'll have to wait and see. He is still in position to take P3 in the championship. But only halfway.
He's P3 in the championship.
Yeah, he's 18 points clear of Juninho. If they tie on points, it is Juninho who will take it, as he has had a race victory in Singapore. Whereas Dambos is yet to win his first race. So Juninho needs P2. And at the moment he is a bit of a ways off of that. About 6 seconds off of Brown Nilsson, who is really showing some good pace here. Not quite able to keep up with Kevin at the moment. As Juninho is now coming under pressure from Yuda. Dambos is back on a charge, trying to make up for lost ground. But Juninho's got plenty of ERS to deploy, whereas Yuda's used a lot of his, and so is Felipe. So if he wants to stay ahead of these, he's definitely going to have to use some of that battery that he's got stored up.
Really close going session. We'll see if anyone get a good exit. As you said, a lot of user ERS, I think. He's going to stay behind Juninho. Save a bit of ERS for the next few laps as Matty gets past STB Maldi.
He's trying to make his way back through the field. I don't think I think he'll realistically take Tommy Real.
Yeah, he will. Yeah.
That's where he'll stay. He's got a lot of time to gain and make up after he gets past Tommy Real.
You haven't seen a safety car yet?
No, we've seen 3 of them at this stage yesterday. So,
yeah.
And a VSC for good luck.
A VSC, yeah. Shows that risk neither. Risk neither, you know, a safety car or not. It's Felipe, Uder, and Juninho, they're still on together.
Yeah, very
and
close.
Ross gets a penalty there.
Yeah, I think he already had the one before as well. Yuda's using his overtake here, but he's got none of it left. These two need to start saving a bit. As Juninho, surprisingly, is the car in front. It's got about 3 times the amount of the 2 behind him behind. So
usually start the way around. The driver has the has the 3 times this. Oh, here comes Felipe.
Oh, and here comes Felipe. Is he going to go for a move on Yuda? He is up the inside of the chicane, but Yuda's outbroken him on the inside. Yeah, and he thinks better of going side by side. We saw how that ended up last time with Yuda and Dambos. But yeah, Felipe's still showing his pace, showing that he's got the speed.
And Bassi's, I've seen for the last 2 sectors, he hasn't really been catching.
No, the tyres are starting to drop off.
The same.
I think they're about the same delta now as the mediums that the guys in front are on, and Kevin is extending that gap to Dambos now, as he is from Brown Nilsson, ever so slightly pull up.
And Boss needs a safety car now. Safety car now, it's probably
yeah, but the only issue is he's the only one to have a penalty in the top 6.
But yeah, that's true.
And Felipe thought about going up the inside of the hairpin there, putting Yuda under some pressure.
He's burning his ERS.
He's got nothing. Yuda's now saved up a little bit, but still nothing compared to what Janino's got. He outbrakes
He's
the
almost-
Ferrari. Very, very close.
He's almost rear-ended him.
Felipe gets the better exit out of the two. But again, he's got no ERS to attack Yuda with.
Yeah, he's...
And Crooken makes his way around the outside of Tavares. He's still got a lot of time to gain to catch up to these guys. But to put himself into P7. Point. Felipe's gone a bit wide there. And the dirty airs, Yuda as well, really close to that barrier.
He missed, I think, Matty got past Tommy real quite easily, I'd say.
Yep. And he's opened the gap up as well.
Yep.
Will he be able to catch Tavares by the end of the race? Tavares is into the pits this lap. He'll be going for a set of mediums to the end. I'm sure... Oh, and Tavares is out.
Tavares is out.
He's retired. So that answers that question. Matty is past Tavares. As Felipe's made a move up the inside of Yuda there. Brilliant move from the Alfa Romeo. Caught Yuda sleeping there through turn 3. He's now going to be under pressure from the AlphaTauri driver, as he's now pretty much run out of ERS. Coming down the straight, gives a little bit of a swerve.
Oh, he's on 1% after. That's just crazy. Like, oh my god. So I don't think either can do much either, because he's basically...
Yeah, he's got a bit more. I think he's just staying behind Felipe at this point. He's, yeah, as you said, he's not got much ERS, but he's got more than Felipe.
Rossi should be roughly pitching next lap, this lap.
Well, it should be next lap. He's going for a set of mediums. Will he try and extend and go for a set of softs? Possibly. I don't think so, though.
I think they're losing a bit too much time.
Yeah, he's already losing about 10th of lap to Kevin. As Bram Nilsson's into the pits. Was that? Yeah, there's a couple more in the pits as well. Felipe into the pits. And also Yuda, who nearly spins in the pit lane as well. On the entry.
That pit is...
It's deadly, yeah.
It's absolutely... Yeah, I just said, it's absolutely deadly.
And Bram Nilsson didn't get held up in the pits, which is good for him. And these two Batmen on track have both got on a set of mediums, of course. And Felipe's managed to gain a load of time in that pit lane. I think where Yuda had that mistake on the entry, Felipe's now about 2 seconds up the road, which is really important for him. But even with a pit stop, actually, he's only got 30% ERS.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And
Bram Nilsson can do.
yeah, he's into clean air. Matty is behind him, but on a lot older tyres, so he shouldn't be challenged by him. This
So
will be
the power of the undercut.
yeah, the gap was about 3
or so.
seconds, I think.
Yep.
We'll see how
See
much
what
we
we
can
can
gain.
Kevin and Dan Bossa, they both should be pitting this lap. Kevin took the pole off. Bram Nilsson. See what he can do.
Yeah, and
See
next,
what he will do.
Felipe and you have got Tommy Real just ahead of them on a set of hards.
Oh, he stays out. Kevin stays out. Dan Boss, he pit.
Alma should pit this lap. He doesn't.
Oh, he stays out as well.
Stays out. Janino as well. So that means
Bram Nilsson, he's
They're
going
going
to
for the
have
softs.
really powerful.
surely one of the Ferraris is going for the softs, because one of the Ferraris will box this lap. It means one of them can't. So by the time they pit, they've only got what, nine racing laps left.
9 laps to take a new set of softs with us.
It's doable. It's just whether they want to
doable, it's
risk it.
stretching it, yeah.
You got to remember, these guys have got a fresh set of softs. The two Ferraris. They only used one set of softs in qualifying.
Right, because they
went on a little
Exactly,
journey on the
they
inters.
were-
So.
they
And here comes Felipe, nearly going for the same move, and puts Tommy Real off there at the end of the straight. But I don't think that's it's a great move around the outside, but it's not really what he wanted, because he's now not got DRS down the straight. It's going to be Tommy Real that gets the DRS, as he's under pressure now from the AlphaTauri behind, who has already drained all of his battery. But he is going to make the move on the Williams driver. These two both going to the end, so it is for actual positions. Tommy Real round the outside, out-brakes the AlphaTauri. He goes very deep, squeeze to the inside, and the move is done for the AlphaTauri in the end. I thought Tommy Real on a set of hards was going to go all the way around the outside of Yehuda there. Would have been a brilliant move.
Kevin, he stays out again.
He's got to be going for a set of softs. Damos comes into the pits, so he's going surely for a set of mediums.
He's in as well.
Yeah, I expected Janino in. Is Kevin going for the softs? I mean, he's got a big enough gap to possibly go for it and then work for that fastest lap. How much time is he losing to Brown per lap?
He was going on the softs.
Oh,
he was going on the softs.
So's Dambos.
Dambos.
That's 9 laps. I mean, it's definitely doable, but it'll be slow at the end. So the gap from Kevin to Brams is 20.4 seconds. Oh, and the two Alfa Romeos coming side by side up the pit lane, and Dambos needs to get his move done on his teammate now. He does up the inside, and that was so close through turn 3. He got squeezed over the curb, but he manages to get out ahead of his teammate. And Janino is behind all of these guys. He's got a lot of work to do. And it looks as if Damos has got this all under control to take the position he needs. So let's watch the gap from Brown Wilson to Kevin Buckley. Down to under 20 seconds now. It's getting about a second.
So the two Ferraris started off qualifying on inters, which to me looks like it was energized. Because now they have 2 sets of fresh softs, which are now they're using. That was obviously planned.
Kevin into the pits.
Race, as Kevin into the pits, and see where it comes out in terms of Brown Wilson, who's already pitted.
Yeah, Brown Wilson, he is getting held up here by Crooken.
Yeah.
So it's not going to help him as Crooken is finally into the pits now. So I think even if Brown Wilson can jump Kevin here, which I don't think he's going to be close. No, I think Kevin's got it. He's already on the exit. No, it's going to be so close. I think Brown Nelson's actually going to jump him here.
Look
how close it is, coming out the top of the hill, and Brown Nelson gets the position on Alpha Kevin, but Kevin, of course, on those fresh softs should breeze past the racing point.
Shouldn't be that hard for him, I don't think.
I'd assume he'd probably do it down this straight here. As he's already miles quicker than the racing point.
He's not going to waste any time going. Wait for a second.
Yeah. But I think something, I guess, to look out for. We know Kevin is brilliant at keeping his nose clean and not getting any penalties. But when you are on the softs on low fuel, it definitely brings you in to try and push as hard as you can. As Kevin's now going to go around the outside of Brown Nelson. Not using ends of ERS, and he didn't need to in the end. Simple move around the outside. But as I was saying, when you're on the softs on the low fuel, you tend to push a bit more and try and push the limits. If we do see him pick up a penalty, Brown Nelson could be in position to take that.
Again, these softs are quick. They go off really quickly. So he's going to come back at the end of this race. Yeah,
I would assume Kevin's going to build a gap to around about 3 seconds quite quickly, but then he's going to start to fade. And it's just whether he can hold on as Matt is into the pit lane for his final stop. Will be a set of softs. As Downloss sets the fastest lap on a set of softs. Can he catch up to Brown Nelson at the end as well?
Yeah,
interesting. Matt's got a 5-second stop there to serve as well, which is not good for him. It's going to be quite a long way off of Crooken. Even to catch up to Crooken is going to be a lot of work for him. Yuda and Felipe still next to each other on track. Maldi's going to come out just ahead of Matty, I think, here on the exit. He is. He won't be able to take those softs to the end, though, Maldi.
Hey, well, he's on
He's already
6
been on
laps
6
already.
laps, so...
Lap nice
Felipe
back there. Oh, here we go.
right next to each other.
Just side by side, Matthew.
Yeah, Matty's made the move already.
Yeah.
Maldi's already burned all of his DRS, but he's still trying to go for the move on Matt. But Matt's got the DRS, so he's just pulling away from him down the straight. Oh, I mean, Jesus Christ, Buck, have you seen the gap out in front already? 3 seconds within 1 lap. I said 3 seconds within a few laps, but... Oh, and Felipe's gone wide. Felipe's gone wide, and you just threw. As Kevin sets a 35-1. Very fast lap from the Brazilian. But yeah, Yuda's made his way on Felipe, and now Juninho on a set of softs is on the back of both of these. And should be finding his way past pretty quickly.
With 3 second time for later.
Interesting as well to note, Damos, Yuda and Felipe have all got penalties. Juninho has not. And Juninho is only...
few tenths back.
About 4.3 seconds behind Dambos. So obviously P3 won't be good enough for him. But if there was something to happen to the leaders, as Iran Felipe is now making the move on Yuda, flicks to the left hand side late. He's used all of his DRS down that straight, but he does get the move done. Janino's going to be watching in the background, trying to get the move lined up. He's a little bit too far back on this occasion, but Yuda's now going to come back on Felipe, who's going to run out of ERS before the end of the straight. And here he comes then, flips to the right hand side. Felipe defends on the inside. Can he go all the way around the long way around the corner? He can't. Felipe outbreaks him on the inside and holds the position. Crooken gets the move on Tommy Real down the straight.
How much DRS Juninho has? He's got nearly 90% DRS compared to 2 in front of him.
Yeah, he needs to get past this battle. He's on 90%. These guys are on 15-20%.
Kevin was a 5 second gap already. So
that's crazy, yeah. And he's definitely going to want to end the season on a high.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of the most consistent throughout the season. That's probably what got him the title.
Yeah,
he's quicker.
I mean, yeah, obviously we know he's got raw pace, but yeah, it was the consistency in the end that just took him away. I mean, put it this way, Buckley. Oh, Junior's picked for a penalty.
That's
put it this way, Buckley. Kevin has finished on the podium every race this season bar 3, and he's finished on the podium in every race since France. That's if he finishes on the podium today, that's a 13 podium streak that he'll have tonight.
I mean, just not only the podiums, I mean, just the consistency in the race, lap after lap.
Yeah, and he doesn't get penalties
either.
As here comes Judah.
I'm looking at the... Yeah, one.
On the outside.
Outside, yeah.
Yeah, can't get the move done again. Felipe defending well on his debut. Damos picks up another penalty, Buckley. He'll definitely be sweating a little bit, but I think with Bram Nelson in the race, the way it's going, I don't think he's got anything to worry about.
Yeah.
So it didn't really pan out the way that we were hoping, like we saw yesterday, but it has been a decent race. There's been some talking points.
Exactly.
Different strategies as well. Definitely not the worst race this season by far. I think Russia takes that one. Although we'd had a good showdown at the end. Kevin clinched the championship by 5 thousandths, which, in all fairness, was probably the only good point of the race. But it was a fantastic moment to watch. As Juninho is right on Yuda now. He made a mistake at the hairpin. And this is where he's going to burn his ERS, but Yuda's going to run out before the end of the straight.
Yeah.
And here he comes in the slipstream. He might catch Felipe by the end of the straight here as well. Felipe is derating down the end of the straight. Brakes to the inside. Can't get the move done on Felipe, but he's up the inside, gets one position. Is he going to get the second one down this straight?
Yeah,
this is going to be brilliant from the Ferrari if he can do both of them. Felipe trying to shake off the slipstream, but he lets Janino go in the end, down the inside. And up into P4, the Ferrari driver goes.
It just shows the difference between the DRS. You know, if you've got a lot of ERS, then you're sorted for that straight. And to Felipe and Uder just don't have DRS. That's what cost him in the end. Obviously, you on this new set of softs.
Yeah, he should pull away from these guys who have pretty much got their own battle to deal with, which they've had for the whole race. Great to see these two really going for it though on their debuts. Definitely strong signs for next season.
He knew he's too far back. Dan Boss is going to take the podium, I think.
Well, we don't know the penalty situation at the moment. I haven't looked at it.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that till the end. We'll wait until the game sorts that out. We'll leave it.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you that.
Secret. But I'm pretty sure Dan Boss has got more than one. I think Janino's only got one. So
yeah,
it's going to be close if there's another penalty towards the end. Tommy Real is into the pit for a set of softs. As we said, those hards just knock the race tyre around this track.
Yeah. I think there's going to be... Oh yeah, I'm looking at the wrong driver. I was looking at...
Never change, Buckley, never change.
There's Juhini, he's not really breaking off.
No, I mean... The thing is, those softs are going to be dying off now.
Yeah.
So,
the softs.
Is he going to get P4?
The softs are hitting.
It definitely took him a bit longer than he would have wanted to get past these guys, and it definitely hurt him as well. Put a lot more strain on the tyres, being in the dirty air. And Kevin, Kevin's just completely gone out in front. And I mean, it's been such a strong showing from Bram Nilsson, but it's just no match for Kevin.
Yeah, he's the consistency, the pace is just outstanding. I don't think anyone can beat him there. As look at Felipe, he's saved up a little bit ERS. He's past his 14% ERS.
Yeah, he's just about within DRS. He needs to make sure he stays within it. Janino's used a lot of his ERS, so he's got more. He's got about 20% more than Felipe, but it's a big difference from the change in what they had before. The difference what they had before. So I don't know. Maybe Felipe can take this battle to Janino in this last lap. Have to wait and see.
Stuff's really die off from Janino.
Yeah, Amos was catching Brown Nelson very, very rapidly. He seems to have levelled out now. He's still slowly catching him. He might get him on this last lap. But obviously Brown with no penalty. And here in Felipe's car seems to be going between 3rd and 4th gear at the speed of sound. I don't know if you've got that as well.
Yeah, I do.
But this is it, Buckley. Your leader's already started his final lap. This is final lap in the commentary box, me and you. And it's the final lap for these Tier 2 drivers. And Felipe's gone wide at turn 1.
Yep, here we go.
Not going to help his pursuit in Janino, but he is very, very close. And he's definitely going to put a charge on here, but he's only got 20% battery. I'm not sure that's going to be enough.
He's used it again.
Yeah, he's got
look at
30% at the end of the straight. He is close enough, but Janino's got so much ERS left. He should use as much as he likes down both straights, and he should be clear. Felipe's used all of it down this straight. He's going to have to go for the move at the end of the straight here, surely. He's a little bit too far back. I don't think he's going to get it done. not. Yuda doesn't look to be challenging as Toy Real picks up the fastest lap. So this is it then, down the last straight. And he's surely too far back. He's run out of ERS and he's going to have to harvest before the end of the straight.
He's on 0%.
Yeah. Janino locks up. He does stay ahead. But we will flick to your race leader, your champion for the season, and he will take his 10th victory for the season. It's been an absolute dominant season from the Brazilian driver, and we are excited to see him in Tier 1 next season. But he comes across the line, and he wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Dan Moss has picked up another penalty on the final lap in his pursuit for Bram Nelson. Bram Nelson finished P2. Dan Moss will finish P3 on the road, and down the inside, Felipe nearly hits Janino as Janino comes across the line. He misses out on the podium.
1.1 seconds.
He does beat Felipe in the end. And that is it. Buckley, the checker flag is out. The fireworks have gone off. And that wraps up the commentary for the season.
That wraps up my time. It's been... Wow, what a race that was. I mean, it was okay. There was some nice battles there.
And Tommy Real showing us how it's done, doing some donuts.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
It's great to see. As Danger Man has driven past him. Danger Man's probably going to nick the point off him for that. As Tommy Real's going to struggle to get to the checkered flag with his tyres. Danger Man just drives past. Says thank you very much. I will take this final point. He still might get it, as Danger Man does have a couple of penalties. Oh, and he's in the pit lane. He's in the pit lane. And it will be Danger Man to pick up the last point, and he's sideways and he's back on the track now.
Wow.
And that is it, Buckley. It's been a roller coaster of a season for driving, for commentary, and the last 4 years in particular, especially for you. It's been an absolute pleasure to spend it with you.
Oh, stop.
This is obviously
make me cry.
This is your final race for now. I mean, I'm sure we'll see you maybe on a one-off at some point in future. We hope.
Look, I've just got a few words. Just to say to you, the staff, the admin team, it's been quite a thrill over these last 4 or 5 years. Serving in staff for most of them years, and I'm happy what we've built up in this league, and it's been honestly one of my favourite leagues throughout years. And of course you, McRae, it's been one of my favourite rivalries throughout the repeat years as well, and it's been an absolute honour to be in this league, and I'd like to thank you, Melody, as well.
Yeah, we will quickly run down the grid. It is Alpha Kevin who takes, as we said, his 10th victory for the season. Bram Nelson with a great result, also on the podium. Dan Boss as well managed to secure the podium and also automatic promotion into Tier 1, so we will be seeing him on the Tier 1 grid next season. Janino misses out in the end in P4, Felipe in P5, Yuda in P6, both very good on their debut. Crookham was P7. Matty P8, Maudi will finish P9, and Dangerman did get the final point in the end. But just to elaborate on your point, Buckley, yep, it's been a roller coaster of a past 4 years. I think for both of us was where we began here in STB, and where our love for the game and the sport definitely grew, and I mean, words can never really sum up what you've done for this league, how much time and effort you've put in as well. So, from everybody here at STB, just a massive, massive thank you. And as we said, hopefully we will see you at some point again.
Cry.
But it does mark the end of an era, for sure. We saw Gravity as well, a long time STB drivers retired yesterday as well. Now you, obviously it is very sad to see, but everybody's time comes, and obviously we got some great talent, some new recruits on the grid as well for next season, which is going to be absolutely brilliant to see. But yeah, just want to thank you as well for stepping in for commentary for a large majority of this season. I know it wasn't planned originally for you to join me, but we've had some cracking races this season, especially in Tier 2.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a few tears coming out of my eyes right now. And no, look, it's been a roller coaster of a few years. And as a new door opens, or as a new door closes, a new door opens for me in my chapter of my life. So I'm excited what I can do, and it's been an absolute pleasure these last few years with you. And thank you, and thank you again for this opportunity.
Well, I'll pass you over to STB Maori now, as I think he wants to say a few words before we end the stream.
Hello. Thank you to all drivers that have competed this season in season 17. I'm welling up a bit as well, actually, I'm not going to lie. I want to say thank you to Sink Buckley for his commitment to the commentary this season when we've been having a few troubles, and he's been always jumping in, always bringing you guys coverage of the Tier 2 alongside Mercury this season. Also thank Mercury for his commentary this season, and of course all his work in Tier 1. Obviously another thanks to Riggsy as well for his commentary. But that concludes, guys, your season 17 of Tier 2. And there'll be 3 drivers that won't be joining us next season. Matty, Ambos and Kevin will not be in Tier 2, they'll be going up to Tier 1. Though I'm looking forward to commentating over their races. But we will see you in another desert location. We'll see you on the 22nd and the 23rd of February at the Bahrain International Circuit for the Bahrain Grand Prix Season 18, where we mark 7 years of the STB Racing League in May. The 15th to be exact. But yes, we will be marking 7 years. So until then, we will see you in 3 weeks' time for the Bahrain Grand Prix live from Manama to Kia. We'll see you then.